preparation is over, and the 2018 FIM International 6 Days of Enduro is underway. In total, over 400 riders set off from the coastal town of Viña del Mar, 25 nations represented in 4 different classes, including 3 trophy categories. The course for the opening 2 days is almost 300 kilometers long, tracking north through the village of Colmo and completing a circuit through the hills before rejoining main roads on the second lap and finally finishing back in the city centre paddock. Challenging opening day for the reigning world champions France, with just one senior rider in the top 15 individually, the most decorated competitor in the lineup, Christophe Nambertin, a non-scorer. 5th after the opening day and almost 2 minutes behind the leaders, an unimpressive start for the modern era's top team. Italy enjoyed a stronger start to the week, ranking 4th, although they too have ground to make up. 2007 winner Alex Salvini, along with Davide Guarneri, spearheaded the team, both within the top 10, and Guarneri an impressive 5th overall. Consistency was the key to Spain's solid day one performance. Their 3 scoring riders separated by only 5 positions in the individuals and all hovering around the top positions. Jaume Betriu was the team's fastest rider, but by just 3 seconds over Cristobal Guerrero. But building a clear lead of over a minute at the top of the standings were Australia and the USA, whose representatives spent the day battling it out for top spots individually, and who were eventually separated by just 4 seconds. Daniel Sanders ends the day 2nd overall, kept company by teammate Daniel Milner, just 8 seconds behind. After an opening day that couldn't have gone much worse in 2017, the USA could have hoped for little better than to lead at the same stage a year later. It's clear that in terms of outright pace, things are going to be tough at the top throughout, Australia actually claiming more test wins in this first sparring. But with Ryan Sipes topping E1 and Taylor Robert leading the individual timings, the 2016 winners take a narrow lead.
I knew it was going to be technical, but I didn't know it was going to be this technical. I think this is going to be one of the toughest 6 days I've ever done. Not in the sense that it's going to be hard on your body, but it's just going to be hard not to make any mistakes. I mean, I won today, and I made a big mistake, had a pretty good crash. So I think everybody was making mistakes, and at the end of the week, it's just going to be able to see who can make the least amount of mistakes.
The top 5 teams have made a break at the end of the opening day, a gap of almost 1.5 minutes emerging between France in 5th and Chile, best of the rest, in 6th. The first casualty of the week as Spain were ruled out of contention for the junior trophy. Kirian Mirabet crashing out in the 2nd special and retiring from the competition through injury. The remainder of the team continues, but with no chance of taking a title they last won in 2010. A margin of over 2 minutes clear of the chasing pack, the top 3 teams were separated by just over 30 seconds at the end of the opening day, suggesting an early form guide in the fight for the podium positions. A standout performance in particular from 2014 junior winner Grant Baylor, 9th overall and 1st in class, keeps the USA close to the top. The top 2 teams from 2017, who were separated by just 15 seconds last season in an incredible finish, are split by just 13 after the opening day of 2018. France are 2nd best for now, Hugo Blanjou 3rd fastest junior, keeping them in the hunt. But in the only class this season where every rider counts, Italy put in the solid work needed to justify their promise and lead the standings. The top 2 from the individual Junior World Championship led the team's efforts. Andrea Verona, their top performer, and 4th overall in E1. Today, for the first day of the ISDE here in Chile, it has been a really dusty day. But I'm very happy with my results. I finished 16th overall. As for the team, I don't know the exact result, but I think we're 1st or 2nd, really close with France. Anyway, as everybody knows, the 6 days is very long, and this is only the first day, so we just need to keep this going. Even with Rui Barbosa running second fastest in class, Chile could only drop to over 2 minutes from the lead three nations, and they look set to have their hands full holding back Australia. In the absence of Laia Sanz, Spain have had greater difficulty keeping pace in the women's trophy so far, over 3 minutes separating them from top spot. At the end of the opening day, though, they're comfortably inside the top three, France some way back in fourth position. The USA started the 2018 edition optimistic of success and as the anticipated main challengers to the dominant Australian team. But despite strong performances from Brandy Richards and Tara Geiger, the latter finishing third in class, they have already dropped a minute to the leaders. A strong debut from Mackenzie Tricker certainly served Australia's cause, with Jessica Gardner struggling on the opening day. But the performance of Taylor Jones alone built the majority of her team's leading margin. Over a minute faster than any of the American riders, Jones sits comfortably top individually at the end of the opening day.
It was definitely tough out there with all the dust and everything, but Kenz and I were on the first two people to go in every test, so it was really good. I'm happy to get good times to start the week off, and hopefully we can stay in that top spot.
The Women's Trophy has seen the greatest consolidation of positions on day one, 11 minutes already separating the top five, but the lead two are the closest of any teams in the standings, so that's where all eyes will be tomorrow for day two.